Welcome back, gamers. Lazy Gamer here. In the last episode we made multiple tags within a sector to create a walkable floor over our water, as well as a frame to surround our water entrance exit. I am not sure how many additional tags you can add, but I have not found my limit yet at 5. We are going to build on this today as we make walls that can have that can create a multitude of textures, mostly just tempered by your patience and headache tolerance. But seriously, if you keep your head on straight, it's not that hard or even difficult. With a bit of practice, you will have it down pat. I suggest you do not paste your map with this, however, but keep it to certain special rooms or areas of interest. It's just another tool in the box that can be used to make interesting maps. So let's get started with it, shall we? So, this is mostly how we left it last time. I sorted these 3 things and gave the last one a comment. I also centered it because it belongs on each side. The things we're going to do now will mostly consider this side, and that side is for my 2 next videos. So let's stay here for now. Now, you should plan this beforehand. Are you going to have a door to exit this, for instance? If you do, at least prepare for it. I'm just gonna give it a random texture, just so it's not F-Sky1. Let's lower it. I'm going to have a 128 door. And not, it doesn't really matter, but let's just add that a texture too. This can be for kick. Big door, just so we know it's a door. It's not a door, but it is going to be if you're making this map for real. Press T in visual mode to hide things so they will not be in the way. It's still there, you can see it here. But when you are working in here, it's nice to, because if it is here, you are going to bump into it sooner or later. We are going to ignore this side, working on this side. We will start with this wall where we have a door, or will have a door, whatever. We are going to go into wireframe mode. We're going to lower our grid by 8. So we have 8. And we are going to fill this entire wall from edge to edge. However, we are going to have a door here, so we will make another sector there so that we can work around the door. Around the door, I want a frame 32 on both sides. So what are we going to do with this wall? I want several textures in a line going parallel to this wall. Since we have a door and we are going to have what we can do is to save us the trouble of making more dummy sector than necessary. We can raise this up at least to the level of the and we are going to use let's go with marble. The frame is going to have this one. We're going to use that as well for the top, but for now let's just fill this so we have that in place. Top as well, it's not going to be visible, but let's be consistent. Now let's start here. We are going to make a dummy sector of 32 by 32 as we normally do. However, to distance ourselves from that, we can remove one corner. So this is definitely belonging to the wall. Now, I didn't like that much. Anyway, doesn't really matter as long as it shows up. We are going to start here. This should be 128. So floor height should be 128. And I want it to be 32 above that. So if we go find calculator, 128 plus 32 equals 160. Yeah. So this should be one. I should have prepared this beforehand, but it's a bit of a freestyle thing. All right. That's the height we want to be there across the whole side. Should we use the long line? It doesn't really matter. Well, let's do so. Again, this is beginning to get familiar. We have tag 1, 2, and 3. So let's move along with 4. Just keep your tongue in cheek as you have your list of tags. You have plenty of them. Now, if we select this, 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 and this, and tag it with 4, we should have Oh, I forgot to change the sides. Whatever. There we go. Now, a thing to remember is that as long as we have this, follow this line, everything is aligned with that line. So every texture is aligned with everything else on that line. You can make different sector depths to change things. I will show you on a different wall. We have to move around our door. We have done so. However, I want this is comment solid wall where the ceiling is 160 while the floor is 128, and we have a tag of 4. Okay, now let's copy this because I want this I'm going to lower this. Let's lower it first. It is for now sharing the same tag, just using a lower one. However, we cannot use it because it's blocking the door. So we're going to change it to a tag of 5. I'm just going to decide the placement of it first. Should be, let's see, that thing has floor height of, ceiling height of 96. 96 plus 32 is 128, obviously, which should be that. We should have 32 between them. But we need to change our, we're going to change a sector of 5. I'm also going to change my comment to ceiling was 96, was it? This was 64. I might be wrong about the ceiling, but it's going to be a tag of 5. We are going to take as much time as we need. Don't mind about the time. Anyway, we are going to have it just here and here. So with these 2 sectors, we are going to add a tag of 5, which should give us the look I am looking for. Yes. We still have the door within reach. Let us just, it looks too deep. It wouldn't if there was a door there. I'm just gonna change it for visual. That looks better. Right. Now, here and here we are going to add another tag, since we're about it. Since we're going up in the world, we have 4, 5. Let's add a new one of 6. Once again, I want to just copy this. Why make a new one while we can just copy and paste? I love it. We are going to change it to 6. Oh. We're also going to change its texture, so let's see. Texture can we use? Should we, yeah, let's go with that one. So, doesn't matter which of the sides we use. I think as long as the one that has the line is used. Anyway, we are going to lower it by, we're going to, what? Why didn't I cover both? Apparently I didn't. Yes, I did. So I have, why is it one at a time then? I am totally flummoxed. Doubles everything wise. Behave. Maybe you don't like being. Let's make it. Well, that won't do. Not sure why it should make any difference, but apparently it does. I think that's slightly confused. Apparently I can't do that. I'm gonna just to vector insert. I think it was a good idea, but I haven't done it before, and apparently it didn't like that, so fine. Be that way. let's see. Ceiling height is 128 and 96. What? Floor height 96. Ceiling height. Floor is 96. And we have a tag of 6, don't we? So let's stick with that. Tag 6, tag 5, and tag 4. Really? We can use it to fill this as well. So again, we're going to copy and paste it. This is the same one. So we'll put it beside itself. We're going to drag it down there. Then we're going to select the top and put it there. However, we are going, well, we're gonna fix it first. Floor 0 to 64. So 64, 0, same tag. We are going to change the texture to something else. What about this? Top and bottom doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to, you will note that this will change everything. So what I really want is the line at the bottom. Well, that doesn't really fit with that image. Could have made it so. Still can. I'm gonna make it be like that. I'm gonna copy the same over there. Actually, it's still green, it doesn't really show at all. I should still have planned this, shouldn't I? Let's go with this. This doesn't really fit, but for what it is, it's fine. It's just really now for making contrast, so we can use as many textures as humanly possible. We have 1, 2, 3 for now. And I am going to be lazy and just fill in the entire top. But in theory, you can square this in to as many as you want. I'm going to fill in the top with this. So again, I'm going to copy. Let's go back here so we can see the textures. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to move it up. It has currently a tag of 6. This one has a tag of 4. Should we just give it a tag of 4? Does that work? Or will it? It's above the door, so it should be fine. Well, that did not go as planned. You have to juggle with the textures a bit. However, this is going to cover. Ceiling is 256. So it's going to go to 256 to cover the rest of the wall. Just for kicks, because I'm the lazy gamer, and part of that is being lazy. There we go. This does not really fit any. You know what? I'm gonna change those to that just because I can. It doesn't look much better, but at least it has a bit of a contrast and it's still green. Now, technically, if we are not going to do anything with this wall, we can just copy this side, paste it, turn it, add it here. If we drag that side along to here, it should give us the same horrible but varied texture. We have at least 3. We could change at least one of them to another. All right, let's change this to mismatching. Horrible wood texture that doesn't fit at all. Well, I'm just showing how you can fit multiple textures within this pattern. And we can do the same. Hang on. With the other side. Once again, we're going to need a bit of an adjustment, like so. This is the worst wall I have ever seen. We can even drag it over here, though it will need some adjustment, I think, yes. We will need to add the, I'm using all 4 of those, all 5 of those. So this has 4, 5, and 6. We need to add 4, 5, and 6 to their tag, which should make us and we still have our underwater passage. So that's one way of using 3D floors. Of course, this looks horrible. You will need to create something to your taste and need. This was just an example. Shows my horrible taste in decorating, I guess. If you want some ceiling decoration, make sure you are done with everything in this sector. Well, it doesn't really matter, but it makes it hard to edit this later. Now is the time to make a few additional sectors. Find it. Texture it. Lower it. And add some for it doesn't do anything with this sector, but if you're going to edit anything there later, be sure to select all the sectors that are associated with it. If you edit this to be something else, it's going to look horrible. Let's say if we removed the tag of 1 here, you're gonna say, what happened? So just be careful when sectioning off areas, and work from the floor and up. So this will be the last thing that you do, just to make some details in your ceiling. So you just don't have just a blank ceiling up there. And once again, before we finish, I guess we can have a look at how it looks. So let's go in and look at our horrible stripy texture misplacement. But with a bit of more work and more tasteful texture selection, you might get something more like this. And with that, this has been your host, the Lazy Gamer, logging off. Bye, guys.